Ladies and gentlemen, the RT Boxing Show with Mr.A post-fight recaps number 9 will begin shortly. Please enjoy. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Mr.A is saying we have a double belt champion in Olelsandr Usyk, WBC Cruiserweight champion. That's what we're discussing right here on RT Boxing, the Ready Talk Boxing Show with Mr. A. Though this is the post-fight recap segment edition. So this was the semifinal of the World Boxing Super Series Cruiserweight edition. Olelsandr WBC Usyk taking on Mary's WBO Usyk taking on WBC Briedis. This fight, I don't know what you can say. It obviously wasn't a highly octane, action-packed fight. You saw the usual movement, high volume, peppery punches of Usyk. A mixture of anywhere from level 6s to maybe 8s in power. You know, never really sitting down at any of his punches. But if you watched Usyk's career, he's 14-0 now. He's not really a sit down on his punch gut type of guy. Like I said, he's a cruiserweight version of Lomachenko. It seems Lomachenko maybe does sit down a little more on his punches and goes to the body more than Usyk. But Usyk for the cruiserweight division is going to be a nightmare for anybody. That movement of his, he's always making you work, whether it's throwing punches at him, trying to get him, whether it's moving in your feet for defense, trying to avoid him, moving your hands, try to keep him off you. He's always making you work. And you can see in this fight how that constant pressure, movement of the feet, all his movement himself, feinting, how it just eventually it drained Briedis. With the mixture of peppery shots, you know, jabbing hooks, jabbing hooks. Like I said, the fight itself was scored rather closely. Watching the fight, I didn't see it that closely. I saw a lot of slower action rounds, but I still give it Usyk. It was a 115, 113 for 2 judges, and 114 a draw on 1. So I had it. Like, the fight, the rounds 1 and 2, you could see Briedis was fighting fast, putting Usyk on the back foot. But as the fight just went on, Usyk's movement, his pressure, his peppery shots start getting to Briedis, and then you could see Briedis start being on the retreat, trying to stay away from his peppery shots. And it's another thing. Usyk doesn't quite sit down on his punches, because I don't know if he's just his style, his movement, or his opponents ain't quite staying there to exchange with him either. Because obviously he has some type of power. I think he has I think he's 14-0 with 11 knockouts. I'm not too sure, but they're not standing in front of him to exchange long. They're on the move, and he has to chase them down. So he is 14-0 with 11 knockouts. So he has to pop, and he's powering and he's peppering shots. That jab is just constant, and that movement. And like that, in round 9, I gave to Briedis because it seemed like Usyk gave away his movement pressure and just tried to come forward, and that was allowing Briedis to land some shots, and you can see Usyk caught an airful in his corner after round 9. And then round 10, he came back a little more, but still from round 9 to like round 11, Usyk pressure with movement kind of stopped. It came straight forward pressure, and Briedis looked a little better in those 3 rounds, able to like land more shots on Usyk. Like I said, it was only because Usyk decided to not fight the same, allow himself to be an easier target to get hit. Was he a little tired? Perhaps. His style does wear him down. So it's I wanted to see perhaps if Briedis would have went to the body. No one fights Usyk to the body. Everyone tries to headhunt him, which I don't understand. A guy moving that much, see what energy he has. He's always testing your energy. Can you hang with him? With all that movement and all that fighting he does, bang him to the body. See how good he is. But no one ever does that to him or Lomachenko. They just try and headhunt those guys. But this was like I said, I don't know. Because like I said, it was not an action-packed fight. It was, if you like that style of Usyk, the movement. Like I said, for as many times as he was hitting Briedis never seemed stumble. He didn't stumble. He didn't like get weak in the legs. He didn't seem rocked. Like that. I think any other cruiserweight that hits someone that many times, they should go down. Like I said, it just seemed like I said, at the same time, Briedis wasn't there trying to go toe-to-toe either. He was on the back foot moving. So it's hard to judge the power because, like I said, Usyk really didn't have a chance to sit on his punches. And when he did, he still didn't. He doesn't sit on his punches too often. And that's probably his only flaw, is that he doesn't sit on his punches. Will that drain too much energy out from him? Who knows? But like I said, this was to me, it was an easy, lacklusterous action fight to score. It easily went to Usyk. His movement and his peppery punches had Briedis on the retreat. And like I said, it gassed Briedis. Like in the 12th round, Briedis looked like he was ready to go. If Usyk, like at around 1 minute and 30 minutes left in the 12th round, Briedis looked like he was ready to go. He was, just that body motion. If Usyk could have put forth a good, strong 30-second flurry, I think it would have been over. I think the referee would have stopped it just from accumulation of unanswered punches. But that's not the Usyk style. He just peppered him and finessed him, and Briedis wore out. He could not hang with the speed and the hands and the feet of Usyk. So now Usyk moves on to fight the winner of Murat Gasov and Yorny Dakotis on the facing down on the 3rd of February. So that should be a doozy, because the winner of that will have their hands full with Olelsandr Usyk. This is the RRT Boxing Show. This is the post-fight recap segment version. Hope you enjoyed it. If you're a new viewer, hope you was entertained by the post-fight recap segment. Become a subscriber and stay tuned for future episodes. Please give a thumbs up and support the show. Help it get noticed.